to talk about redemptions.
Okay.
Last year I was here. We had a gentleman. He brought me a stack this big. It was like a Bible of just people who had cards that were outstanding, what have you, for redemptions. So what I did is I brought it back, and we shared it. I shared it with our owner, Richard McWilliam. Flew off the handle. So he realized, how upset collectors were getting with redemptions, and again, we have to thank you guys for sharing it. I was hearing it every day and losing sleep and having redemption nightmares and whole things like that. But we shared it with him, and then in the Fort Lauderdale Hawaii Mainland Edition trade show, whatever it's called nowadays, he made some statements. So I'm going to read you a release that just went out this week on Friday because it's a lot of really positive news. Upper Deck President and founder Richard McWilliam made a bold statement at the Sports Cards Industry's annual trade conference in Fort Lauderdale in April. Most attendees who listened to the hobby innovator speak felt his goals may have been too lofty. McWilliam said redemption cards are ludicrous. We as a company and as an industry should eliminate redemptions. We shouldn't be putting out a product that doesn't have 100% of what is stated to be in the product. Autograph redemption cards are used when athletes do not sign in a timely fashion, so they use cards that are these cards are used as a way to reserve that card for collectors. According to McWilliam, he said he believes this process could be very frustrating for the consumer. Upper Deck developed a plan to set out and improve autograph acquisition and autograph redemption fulfillment process this year. Within 6 months from speaking those words to the hobby community, McWilliam is proving he spoke with conviction and truth. Hockey is traditionally the most difficult sport to acquire autographs for, as players live all over the world. Upper Deck has made such great strides in reducing autograph redemptions that they are about to launch 6 products in a row with 0 autograph redemptions. The following products will be released with 100% autograph content in them. Clear Ultra, Upper Deck Ovation, MVP, Artifact, Series 1 Hockey, and Black Diamond will also be at 100%. So, again, we've heard loud and clear, kind of what your concerns are, and it is something that we are chasing down and trying to get these guys to sign as quickly as possible. And Karvin's busting his hump to try to make sure a lot of these things are hard signed for you, and that's a real challenge too. So I just want to let you all know that we've heard it over and over and over again. It is not easy to get millionaires that are traveling all over the world to sign hundreds, thousands of cards, but we are busting our hump to try to do that. So I thank Karvin for that in particular, and our athlete relations group. But I think it's turning around. And what's great about that is now that there's less redemptions going out of new products, we can focus on the ones that are outstanding. And what you're seeing is a lot of replacement cards and things along those lines going out right now. And I know there's frustration with that as always, in that, I only collect this guy and they sent me that guy, or I only collect these rookies and I got an autograph card instead. It's frustrating, but we'll try to work with you the best we can on that. And I think we're getting to a point where a lot of that's going away, and you're seeing your cards coming out a lot quicker, and we're just in a much better place because we made it such a priority. So, any questions on redemptions or some of the things we've done as of late?
Yeah, I have a question. Players who are notorious for not signing Sunday, Kippersoft, are you just going to eliminate them from future signings? Are you going to continue to try to do it, but in person to get the hard signing?
Well, what's happening is that we will reevaluate our business, and obviously, we're always pursuing new rookies, new players, and if players are difficult, doesn't mean that we're not going to include them. But if we know that they're going to always be late, they're not going to come in, then obviously we have to reevaluate: do we want what's in the product or not? And we look at that. There's also times where products are packing out, and there's redemptions, and I'm giving visibility now. Okay, all these guys are redemptions. I say, okay, let's remove these guys completely out. Now, if it's part of a set, like an SPX set, or if it's part of the cup set, or SPA, obviously you don't want to affect set integrity by removing players.
Sure.
So obviously we'll put redemptions out, and sometimes we even limit the quantities just so that there's a better feel to the product. Now, are we going to limit it to like 50 copies? No, we're going to limit like maybe 60% of the guys.
Well, that's what you do with the 2 cup rookies this year, right?
No, the cup rookies
how many you had?
The cup rookies were based on the memorabilia that we had.
What you had, yeah.
Right. And we couldn't produce the rest, so we understand another frustration is that why is this card in the product and why is there redemptions in this product along with someone else getting card signed and I write a redemption. So there's along those ways, there's always those type of issues that happen. There's also issues where cards get damaged and then we don't feel that it belongs into the product. And then we put a redemption in because we don't want to remove all the Gretzky autographs or the Lemieux autographs or your Crosby autographs. So there's 10 of them and 7 of them damaged. Well, 3 goes into the product and 7 are now issuing redemption format because, we know that it's going to come back. And you guys, we're going to say, well, there's no replacement, and you're going to, how can you have this happen? So obviously, and that's a struggle that we always have, is that on hard signed cards, this is getting shipped all over the world. A player loses their hard signed cards,
They don't know if
it's
they
gone.
handle it, yeah.
They don't handle the cards right, they ding them and all that, we come back, it's damaged. But it doesn't mean that we're not trying our best to get hard signed cards for you.
Yep.
We recognize the collectors love hard signed cards. We recognize it brings the highest value on the secondary market, and that's why we're constantly pushing the envelope.
Question about redemptions. I know you're talking about if the redemption's in the set, you're going to try your hardest to get it done. When a redemption is part of an autograph or subset, I had an issue with 0506 SPA where I submitted the redemption card and waited almost a year. And before 0607 came out, I got replacement cards. 0607, that same player now has sticker cards inserted, not redemption. So is that a case of you not wanting to replicate those cards because it's not part of a set?
Well, if it's not, we had to make a decision. We had to replace a bunch of cards, and I had the choice of protecting certain cards, or saying, okay, we'll try to get these cards out to the collectors. So obviously the cup rookies is something that I felt strongly about. There's a couple other cards I felt strongly about, and the other ones, it depends on the player. Like certain players are not going to sign. It's going to be taking forever to sign. We'll resend cards out to them. Let's get it over with because it's been a year out. We want to make sure the customers, at least to get something, at least peace of mind, it's done with. You're finished. We'll start with a new page. And I think as of, we can talk about a year, 2 years ago, but let's talk about from today on. I mean, you look at the cup. We packed up the cup with redemptions, how fast the redemptions get back to you. Everything is coming at a rapid pace. I mean, I think Barry was mentioning to me yesterday, he goes, he logged something in, like was that dual scripted? Yeah. Dual scripted, 11 days, he's got the card already. I mean, we're now much more faster in terms of returning stuff. And, are we going to be 100% redemption free? I'd love to say yes, but, we're not going to get there. Not today, maybe not tomorrow. I mean, if we're at 98%, it'd be great. But we're 99%, it'd be great. I want to be 100%. These 6 products proves that, it is a commitment in our company to make 100% to you guys. The process is improving. Is it perfect? It's never going to be perfect. So that's why we need to have these type of panels where you're going to give us advice, give us ideas, and what we can do to help you out. And that's the way it's going to be. It's us as the manufacturers, you guys the collectors, we have the stores and distributors. We work together hand in hand to grow the business and help each other out. I'm tired of Rebecca Perez saying, I hate Upper Deck, or Upper Deck Redemption is evil, and you keep on prolonging that.
It's the same rhetoric.
Right.
It just gets long.
Exactly. They're not going to grow the business by, throwing rocks at each other. Let's embrace each other, let's embrace this hobby together. That's why I want that. I'm continuing to have these meetings. I mean, if I keep on hearing, telephone book and it's all about redemptions, then there's no point, But we want to grow the business together. And I think the person that brought it in, Glenn, he came up to me the last Expo. He goes, shook my hand. He said, "You guys have done a great job." And, we're on the right path, I think, overall.